Don't listen to him. It is the best day of the week. Clay Smith is filling in for Allison this morning. Clay, it's been pretty much a storm alert weather week with those high temperatures, but now you're telling us we could be experiencing some severe storms.
Yeah, that's right, Caroline. We are going to be tracking out the potential for a few strong to severe storms, which isn't the worst thing, but it is something we need to be mindful of. And any rain that falls today will help cool those temperatures down just a bit, but heat indices still as high as 105 degrees, certainly going to be impossible, especially from about, we'll say, noon to 7 p.m. But the heat advisory criteria is actually going to stay to our south. So again, we're not looking at those heat index values approaching 110 degrees, which is certainly some good news on this Friday morning. And taking a look at your highs, 96 in Chattanooga, 95 in Dayton, 90 in Blue Ridge. Notice it's just a couple of degrees cooler than what we've had the past couple of days, but it's still going to be quite hot out there, especially later on today as highs approach, of course, the mid 90 range. And then we're going to have those heat index values in the triple digits as we go into the afternoon and evening. But again, if you get any of those rain showers or storms, that's going to cut into those temperatures quite a bit, and that will also bring the heat index values down as well. So it's going to be very dependent on where the rain develops a little bit later on today. So the potential for rain is all because of this cold front that's going to be approaching from the north. That's going to spark some showers, give us a little extra lift. And with that daytime heating, we're also going to have the potential for some widespread showers and storms. And we're already starting to see a little bit of rain developing across the Tennessee Valley and down into parts of Alabama. So as we zoom into the area, again, Whitwell, you're getting a pretty good storm this morning into Marion County. That's kind of stationary, so some pretty heavy rain with this. Also just north of Cleveland, a pretty heavy storm, and this is right along I-75. So if you are traveling out this morning, there could be some wet roadways and spots just depending on where these storms continue to develop. But I'm thinking the best threat for any severe weather, of course, is likely going to come later on this afternoon and evening during the heat of the day. So let's track it out. Notice Futurecast not really picking out on any of those showers and storms this morning, but I do think it is going to be a possibility. And then as we go through the afternoon, that cold front starts to approach, cloud cover increases, and then going into the 1-2 o'clock hour, some of those showers and storms will start to arrive, especially to our north. And notice by about 6-7 o'clock, that's when most of the storms really start to move through. But I am thinking it is possible a little bit earlier in the day that this line moves through, especially between about 3 and 4. And then as we go into the 8-9 o'clock hour, most of that kind of moves to our south and we clear out, and there's going to be some cooler air starting to settle in very slowly throughout the day on Saturday. So here's a look at your severe weather outlook for today. Again, I'm thinking between about noon and 7 o'clock going to be your best threat for any severe weather. Wind gusts upwards of 50 to 60 miles per hour certainly going to be possible. Small hail and frequent lightning, and this is a slight risk, that yellow shade. That's going to be your best threat of any severe weather today. And we could use the rain, but you don't have to necessarily want the severe weather, but it is a possibility today and something that we need to track out. And the potential for damaging wind gusts going to be highest from Dunlap, Pikeville, and eastbound. Lower threat off to our west, but it's certainly something worth noting as we go through the rest of your day. And as far as Futurecast rainfall, anywhere from, I'm thinking about 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch will be possible, but if you get under one of those heavier storms, upwards of an inch certainly will be in the range, especially across portions of North Georgia. I'm thinking that's going to be the heaviest rain as we go into your afternoon and evening hours. So we'll track that out closely for you. And after this cold front pushes through, it's going to turn a lot more comfortable. We've had dew points in the 70s pretty much all week, so that's just very muggy, thick air. But as we go into your weekend, we're really going to start to see that drier and cooler air settle in. It's going to be brief because the humidity will go back up going into next week, and so will temperatures. In fact, by the middle of next week, we could be talking triple-digit heat here across the Tennessee Valley, and the overall trend for, we'll say, the end of June, favoring above normal temperatures for not only the Tennessee Valley, but most of the southeast. And that's going to be the case again today. Our average high on this day, typically right around 88, 89 degrees. We're going to be about 5 to 10 degrees above that. Scattered showers and storms possible. Again, some could be strong later on this afternoon. Hot and humid once again. Heat index values as high as 105 degrees. For tonight, 73, partly cloudy and muggy. And here's a look at your next 7 days. Of course, it's a storm alert weather day today. Cooler for your weekend, and then it's just going to be downright hot heading into next week, Caroline.